So here it is, we're heading into the second full week of January. Maybe you're thinking it's too late to spend a little time in reflection. It's too late to set some new goals. It's too late to try to piece together what can be different this year. And I'm here to tell you that's all bullcrap. Right now is the best time to have a little self-reflection time and to get a plan together to kick ass this year. The question is, well, let's first start off with this. There's nothing inherently wrong with making a resolution. There's definitely nothing wrong with setting a goal, right? Those are all good things. And we should all be evaluating what we're doing and trying to come up with better ways to do it. The question is why, if it is a good thing, why do we fail at it so much? And the reason is because we're just shit at making good goals. And, you know, a resolution isn't necessarily a goal. Most people, when they set a resolution or a goal, set something really vague, right? You hear all the time, I want to get healthy, or I want to run more, or I want to lose weight. And what's the problem with that? The problem with that is that it's vague as all get out. What does it actually mean? How do you know when you accomplish it? What do you have to do today to make that happen? That's what we got to get out of. The problem with people completing a resolution has nothing to do with motivation. It has everything to do with clarity. All right, we're over halfway through this long run. Listen, so if we know vagueness makes a bad goal or resolution, then the next question to be asked is what makes a good one, right? So I think there's two pieces of it. And the first one I'm a big proponent of, and that is SMART goals. Now, SMART's an acronym, and you can use this in fitness, you can use this at work, you can use this anywhere. It's not something new. It's fairly old, and the acronym stands for S, specific, M, measurable, A, I think it's attainable, R is relevant, and T is time bound. So let's start at the top. You know, the very opposite of vague has got to be specific, right? So let's narrow down the focus and figure out exactly what that goal needs to be. The more specific it is, the better it is, because the more detailed your plan can be and the more focused you can be on actually getting to it, right? So then M is measurable. You know, if something isn't measurable, you're never going to know whether you get there. So it's got to have some aspect of measurable. For a goal to be a SMART goal, it's got to hit all 5 of these, right? So write down whatever you think your goal is, and then we're going to go down the list and make sure tick, 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 it ticks everything off, and it doesn't, then you need to adjust it, right? A, attainable, right? Is it actually something that you're going to get? Now listen, it doesn't necessarily mean easy, right? Attainable isn't easy. Attainable just means that there's a chance you're going to get there. So your goal should be something that's slightly outside of your reach. Something that if you didn't have clarity and focus, if you weren't specific, if you weren't just really narrowed down on it, you wouldn't get to it, right? That's the whole point. So attainable, are relevant, right? Like, is it relevant to you as a person? Is it relevant to you in whatever your overarching goals are? If it's not helping you achieve all the other things in your life, right? If you've got, I don't know, say you've got 5 goals, 4 of them are all pointing in one direction, and you've got one that's pointing the complete opposite direction, then maybe that one needs to be ditched because it's just not relevant, right? It's not helping you get to where you want to go with all your other goals. Now this is different. Guys, there's no reason to fight. All right, turtle break over. So, and then the last one, is it time bound? So, she was dressed up like Batgirl or something. That was cute. Is it time bound? So, like, it's got to have an end date, and if it doesn't have an end date, it's just eternal, and it's no good either. So, SMART goals are definitely the way to go, and that's the first thing that I would think about. All right, I've been walking long enough. Back to running. I'll talk to you in a couple miles. All right, I'm a little over 7 miles and 3.5 to go. Actually kind of headed back to the house now, so wrapping up. Let's talk about the second piece to this, and this is a really powerful piece, and if you can get a hold of this and really use it to your advantage, it could be a real game changer. And that's, take a minute for reflection, a day, a week, and write down some things and try to figure out an avatar, if you're familiar with that idea, or kind of like the design or the look, the feel of the person that you want to be. What does that look like? What kind of person do you want to be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years? You know, do you want to be the kind of person that works out consistently and doesn't complain about it? Do you want to be the kind of person that when you take your shirt off at the beach, you're extremely proud of what everybody else is seeing? Do you want to be the kind of person that whatever, it could be anything? And then what you're going to do is you're going to reverse engineer that back, right? Figure out what you want your identity to be, and the goals fall back from that identity, right? And if you work towards that, towards being that person, becoming that person, right? The person that you want to be is there already. You just got to figure out who that person is, and like Michelangelo in the Statue of David, just start chipping away at it. The only thing that's keeping you from becoming that person is the effort you put into finding that person. I believe that 100%. So this is the part that's the game changer part, right? So you figure that stuff out, you reverse engineer that backwards, and figure out what that looks like now. What do I do now that would put me in a place where I become that person in that amount of time? And then you set goals that are smart, right? Smart goals that help you get there. And you don't need to bite off, you don't swallow the whole elephant. You just need to take a bite at a time. Set smart goals that get you there, one step at a time. That's how you do it. So it's not too late. If you haven't set any goals, or if you set some and you've already just thrown them out the window, don't get discouraged. Now is the perfect time to reset and get this going again. All right? So figure out the person you want to be, reverse engineer that, make sure they're smart. Let's get going. Let's kick ass this year. I'm ready to do it. Come along with me. All right, I'm gonna get up off my ass and finish this run. Hope everything we talked about today, about goals and resolutions and chipping away, becoming the person you want to be, hope all that was helpful. All right, that's it for me. See you next time.